Since Repair Clinic encourages you to perform this repair safely, a warning icon will appear when you should use caution.
Whether your repair is simple or complex, you'll be more successful if you break the procedure down into steps, making it more manageable. I'll take you through this part replacement repair one step at a time. To replace the floating seal in your GE dishwasher, you will need a 1/4-inch drill driver or nut driver, a 5/16 nut driver bit, side cutters, a 1-inch ear clamp, channel lock pliers, ear clamp pliers, and a flathead screwdriver. Before you attempt this, be sure to turn off the power to the appliance and shut off the water supply valve. Extend the upper rack assembly. Gently pry the tabs open to release the end caps on the slide rails. Now you can remove the rack. Remove the bottom rack. Unthread the 2/4-inch screws from the docking port. Remove the water guide from the diverter. Twist the fine filter counterclockwise to release it from the sump. Now remove the coarse filter. Twist the lower spray arm counterclockwise to remove. Compress the tab and twist counterclockwise to release the diverter. This can be difficult. Pull out the filter cartridge from the sump. Using the drill driver, unthread the 2 screws securing the toe kick and set it aside. Use channel lock pliers to unthread the water supply line elbow fitting from the inlet valve. Be prepared for some water to spill. Next, use a 5/16 drill driver to unthread the screw to release the junction box cover. Note the orientation of the power wires, then untwist the wire nuts to disconnect the wires. Use the flathead screwdriver to unthread the strain relief nut and detach the strain relief and power wires from the junction box. Next, disconnect the drain hose from the sink drain or garbage disposal and feed it through the cabinet. Unthread the mounting screw securing the dishwasher to the countertop, cabinet, or floor. To move the dishwasher, You may need to adjust the legs to lower the appliance. Now gently pull the dishwasher away from the cabinet. Lay the dishwasher down on its back. Unplug the harness from the pressure sensor. Lift the tab of the sensor and twist counterclockwise to release it. Unplug the sump pump harness. Next, unplug the drain pump harness. Compress the tab of the drain pump and twist counterclockwise to release it. Use the needle nose pliers to remove the routing clip holding the sensor to the sump. Pull out the sensor from the sump. Loosen the hose clamp and remove the drain pipe. Now loosen all 3 sump latches. Set the dishwasher back on its feet. Remove the sump assembly and place on a flat surface. Using the side cutters, clip the ear clamp off. This can be difficult. Pry the motor from the floating seal assembly. This can be difficult. Next, pry the floating seal assembly from the sump. To install the new floating seal, apply dish soap to lubricate the floating seal. Now press the seal into the sump. Put the ear clamp over the elbow on the motor. Insert the elbow onto the sump. Be sure the isolator is on the hanger of the motor before installing the motor into the sump. Then insert the isolator hanger into the sump, followed by the motor into the floating seal. Press firmly to seat. Using the ear clamp pliers, crimp the ear clamp shut. Using dish soap, lubricate the seal of the sump and securely set the sump assembly into the tub. Lay the dishwasher on its back again. Lock the 3 sump latches. Attach and tighten the drain pipe hose clamp. Insert the drain pump and twist clockwise to lock in place. Plug in the harness to the drain pump. Plug in the sump pump harness. Insert the sensor and twist clockwise to lock it in place. Plug the harness into the sensor. Insert the sensor into the sump and snap in the routing clip. Set the dishwasher back on its feet. Confirm that the end of the drain hose is accessible through the cabinet wall. Then gently slide the dishwasher back into the cabinet. Adjust the leveling legs if necessary. Rethread the screws to secure the appliance to the countertop, cabinet, or floor. Feed the drain hose through the cabinet and connect it to the sink drain or disposal. Make sure the hose is elevated above the connection point. Fully position the wires and strain relief nut in the junction box. Then thread and tighten the strain relief nut. Join the black wires together, the white wires together, and green wires together. Secure them with the wire nuts. With the wires positioned inside the junction box, realign the cover. And rethread the screw to secure. Reconnect the water supply line fitting to the inlet valve. Set the toe kick into place and secure with the 2 screws. Fit the filter on the sump. Place the fine filter in the sump and twist clockwise until it locks. Place the cartridge into the sump. Press and twist the diverter clockwise onto the sump to secure it. Insert the water guide back into the diverter. Align the docking port and rethread the 2 screws. Insert and twist the lower spray arm clockwise to install it. Set the lower rack assembly back into the dishwasher. Insert the sliders between the rollers to set the rack. Snap the end caps back onto the slide rails. Turn the water supply back on, as well as the power, and your dishwasher should be ready for use.